Academic Benefits of Recess, Signature Project Part 2 by Mary Brooks. In the first slide, we're going to look at the identified problem. The best approach to use the allowed instructional classroom time has always been a continuous issue in education in order to foster an environment where students are motivated to study and achieve the necessary academic progress. A typical practice in many classrooms, particularly in elementary school, is daily recess. Poor academic achievement will be addressed by the implementation of classroom recess or breaks for a small period each day. Can recess during a classroom day improve focus and attention of students during an educational day? In this slide, we're looking at the summary of background investigation. The purpose of this study is to evaluate the effects of daily recess on students' academic achievement in math as well as language arts by comparing groups that participate in solo work and recess with those that do not. The study predicts students that participate in daily recess will score higher on daily assessments than students who do not. This study aims to determine which grouping strategy has the greatest beneficial effects on students' academic progress by comparing the performance of 10 classrooms using the same curriculum. Now we are going to take a look at the sampling message and the description of the study. 10 classrooms at St. Elmo Elementary School will be randomly chosen to comprise the population that will be evaluated. Students from 1 out of every 10 classrooms will be chosen for sample. They will reflect a range of ages, genders, social classes, racial backgrounds, and academic levels. Every day, recess or no recess will be assigned to each of the 10 classrooms at random. For each classroom, teachers will create small groups based on the students' prior iReady reading or their iReady math scores. Taking a look at some original data, we can see clearly that St. Elmo Elementary is lower in reading proficiency as well as math proficiency. In looking at Hollergens Island Elementary School, Anna Booth Elementary, Tanner Williams Elementary, and also Taylor White Elementary, we can see that this demonstrates similar schools in the same area in the same subject as St. Elmo's School is lower in reading and math proficiency. Studies have shown that higher amounts of recess are linked to improved test scores and academic progress. Overall performance is increased when physical activity increases the supply of oxygen to the brain. In 2024, the Penn Foundation found that recess has a positive effect on the success rates of students' academic progress. Let's take a look at some of the research theory behind this study. According to John Sweller, who created the cognitive load theory in the late 1980s, learning occurs mostly optimally when the environment is conducive to learning and compatible with human cognitive capacity. Frequent breaks from concentrated classroom work are necessary for academic success and for cognitive functioning. According to this theory, our brains have a certain amount of memory and we can get overload, which reduces our ability to retain and to learn new knowledge. When students are given that break or recess, they can process the information, and this has been proven to have a positive effect on student academic achievement. Here we can see several ways that the study will be administered. There will be 10 St. Elmo Elementary classrooms that will be selected at random, and they will be assigned a letter between A and J prior to the study's official start date. The teacher in the selected classrooms will be asked for permission to participate in the 3-week study project. To indicate which students are taking part in the daily recess, each student in the classroom will be randomly allocated the letters R or NR. R stands for recess, and NR means no recess. The teachers will be asked for their permission to participate in this 3-week study. The selection and the preparation process for this study will take roughly about 2 weeks. Next, we will talk about some of the procedures on this slide. Students in each classroom will follow the regular daily schedule, except for the students assigned recess having the scheduled recess time in the afternoon. Students passed iReady and their iReady math assessment results will be used to determine which members of this experimental group are low and high level learners. Students in each classroom will be required to have recess every day, and the other students in the classroom will not participate in recess. Performance on a daily exit ticket, which is concentrated with student performance in the other 2 classrooms, will be used to measure the academic achievement. Now we're going to talk about some of those ethical considerations that must occur. We need to remember that students will not be at risk from this study. When compared to students, teachers will also only take part in this study if they give their permission to do so. If a classroom is chosen, the teacher has the option to decline, and a different class will be picked in its place. To ensure that private student information is not known or shared, each classroom is going to be issued a letter A through J, and each student will also be assigned a number that is between 1 and 500. There will also be a permission form acknowledging understanding of the study's hazards that will be signed by the students. A consent form granting permission for their minor kid to participate in this study will be issued to the parents once all classrooms have been selected. Finally, we're going to talk about the results. When compared to students who do not participate in recess throughout the school day, the implementation of daily recess in a classroom for a certain amount of time each day may result in the greatest boost in academic performance of students. This study predicted that kids who benefit from daily recess will score higher on achievement than students who don't when comparing students by classroom. The study's findings can be applied to all St. Elmo elementary schools to improve academic achievement in kindergarten through 5th grade. Now it is reflection time. Change the initial plan of action. This would mean I would extend the duration of the research by a minimum of 3 weeks. Given extra time will be more accurate since it will allow for a more thorough analysis of the students who engage in the daily recess. Also, additional research to improve student achievement. I will begin the research in pre-K and kindergarten. I will track the same students throughout elementary school and see how these students who participated in daily recess have benefited throughout their elementary years. Thank you for your time. This concludes my presentation.